He is so enigmatic and so eye-catching to watch. The entire time, there were times that he was busting out in Spanish. Without a thought. I mean, the Spanglish was very, very. He was like, he'd be talking to Leila Ali, and she'd be like, "Oh, what are you making?" He's like, "No, I'm making this, pero," and the peros. See, that's how you know it's real Spanglish, kids. The peros.
Yeah.
He would drop the peros left, right, and center, and it didn't matter who he was talking to, right?
Because there's an ongoing discussion that I have with Eric, the traffic lights. Because he keeps telling me that the yellow is not yellow, that the yellow, it's orange.
No, it's yellow.
Not according to him. So every time we pass a car, he's like, "What color is that?" I'm like, "That's yellow." He's like, "What color is the traffic light?" I'm like, "That's yellow." He's like, "That's orange, orange, orange." And I don't know who he asked that. They're like, "Yeah, it's really orange, but we call it yellow." Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about? Lo de, I mean, help me with the name. She, P, Diddy, Sean Combs, Daddy Joe. What's his name?
Ese mismo, Sean Combs. That is his Christian name on his social security, I'm assuming.
Well, now, you know, it's next week on the 3rd when they're supposed to decide what's going to happen with him.
Episode 362. There's less Europeans here today.
Yes, but you know who's still there?
Well, I mean,
Juanita's always there.
she's always there. I mean, I'm telling you. Look, next time Juanita bring food porque tengo hambre.
Yes. But I wouldn't say there's less people compared to last week.
Well, no, I just said there's less Europeans.
Yes, I was going to bring Eric, but...
Yes, I see less berets and wooden clogs.
He couldn't... He couldn't come. But no, no podemos menospreciar a las personas que están ahí esperando.
No. I would never do that. I would never think to do that.
What does it say? What on the board? What does she...
It says, "We heart Rogelito."
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
a very long board because Rogelito...
They're so nice. One day we're going to show them. Like we
will. But the thing is that we have to get them to sign off.
Yes.
And there's so many of them.
What are those called? I would always forget
those
about
waivers.
them. Those waivers. I would always forget
yeah.
them. I had stories I couldn't air because I forgot to sign the waiver.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
NDA.
NDA. Yes, there you go.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was always like, "Roger, the story's airing in 5 minutes. Where's the waiver?" I'm like, "Oops, sorry." I would always forget to give it to my producer.
And that's why we don't do it here because it's too many and we don't want to kill trees.
No, but one day we'll just turn the... Well, no, we can't. Because they don't sign.
Yeah.
One day.
We'll figure it out. We will figure it out one day.
So how are you?
Yeah, I am good. And how are you?
I always feel when we talk about that, like, you know that Saturday Night skit? That was the two ladies.
Like NPR?
Was it that? It was like the two ladies with like the sweaters.
Yeah.
How are you? Yes.
Hi, welcome to NPR.
Welcome. How are you? Yes.
But take a sip of my water now. Okay, well, this is really refreshing. Yes.
Yes.
Let me tell you about my schweddy balls.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Now, when Betty White was on, she talked about her dusty muffin.
Yes.
And how she still puts a cherry in her muffin. Yeah.
Yes. And they always talked about balls.
They always talked about
Yes.
schweddy balls.
Nice.
And now I think Junior's doing like Stefon, but via NPR.
Yes.
Yeah. I have to remember what
Miami's hottest podcast
With a
is
list.
Pero Let Me Tell You, featuring
Yes.
It has
Ish.
everything.
Wow.
a gorgeous Borges,
Grazie. No, grazie.
and a masked Bruno behind the mic.
Yes, Bruno. You have two personalities.
It has lemons and limes.
What?
We're on fire. Wow, we're on fire today. Something needed to wake me up.
I was actually watching.
I didn't sleep.
Oh, I know you. I'm amazed you're even here.
The struggle was real.
Like
Yeah. I couldn't sleep.
You slept what, like 2 hours last night? You saying?
Maybe 3 because Eric was just like working on his computer and it was like. And then at 2 a.m, he realized, well, the real story is that I'm not a very computer savvy person.
Okay.
But I've gotten better. I've gotten much better. And my computer was always messed up, meaning I had all the icons all over.
Oh my God, I would kill you. That's so cluttered.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm running out of space. Can you clean it up? And he's like, well, it's a mess, so you need to clean it up. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I'm like, Roger, you got to learn how to do that. I learned. So when he came, he was like, hey, that's great. Everything's in order. Congratulations. I'm like, oh, thank you. It didn't last for long. And he's like, where are my files? I'm like, they're there. He's like, no, they're not. Long story short, I erased all his files that I've been working for weeks and weeks and weeks. So yeah, I know he was he handled it actually pretty well.
Yeah.
And
Well,
but
clearly because you're here.
He
did not kill you.
I would have flipped.
I would have had to find another co-host because you would have been in jail for manslaughter. Yeah.
I would have been so upset.
Yeah.
It would have been a very dramatic moment. But then around 2:00 in the morning, he was still like, and I'm very good with ChatGPT. So I helped him with some graphs and whatever. And then around,
Unless it's your real estate test,
right,
as we established.
right,
Yeah.
right. So I double check everything now. Thank you. And at 2:30, he's like, and I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, no, I lost everything again. I'm like, oh my God. So bottom line, he found it around 3:00. I'm already annoyed. I'm like, are you going to go to sleep? He's like, I'm just going to spell check. I'm like, okay, spell check. And then around 3:45, I'm like, are you still spell checking? It's like, so I turned over and I still hear that. And then at 5:00, it's like, I hear him arguing with his mom who's in France. And oh my God, I was like, why are you waking me up? So at that time, you know what I did? I took a sleeping pill.
Okay.
And I woke up around 9, still not having slept, like drugged. I was drugged. I went to Target today, and I was drugged. I was very upset because I stepped on dog crap.
Well, you were drugged.
Yes, and I was so upset. I hate when that happens, whatever. So we went in.
I hear the same things that happened to Judy Garland on her sleeping pills all the time.
Stepping on.
Yeah, all the time. And sometimes it was Liza's poop.
Well, today I stepped on poop, and so I've just been very tired, so I haven't slept. And no, but I was excited to come here.
But you look good. You don't look like somebody who's been lacking sleep.
Well, you should have seen me before. Like I normally have to do my hair a little, pump it up a little, and I didn't. It was completely flat. And Eric, when we're coming back, he's like, you normally fix your hair, but I'm like, I know, I look bad.
You don't. Oh, shut up.
No, I look bad. Like I was a mess.
You are not a mess.
But no, I wanted to,
You are not a mess. I showed up all sweaty mess from the gym, so you look way better than I.
No, I think we both look good. We have different styles. Lechon.
Yes, this is our Lechon Life T-shirt available for sale at tpublic.com.
And I have my He Goes Pesadito moment, and I have my little shirt from Paris.
This is from. Let me guess. Is it Zara?
No.
H&M?
No.
Uniqlo?
Bingo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I told you I got them in every color.
Oh, that's true.
I was gonna wear last week, but
and you're not wearing a Cristina shirt today?
No.
Okay.
I should have.
That means you're not feeling bloated.
But I ate, so my button is not buttoned.
Okay.
So how was your weekend? It was good.
My weekend was good. It was pretty cool. I got to hang out actually with Darian on Saturday because we filmed a spot. We filmed the spot content for Café La Llave that's coming up soon. So
sponsorship.
Yeah,
I like it.
All the sponsor stuff, and so I got to hang out with him, and it was great because we were at our friend Ozzy's house, and after we finished filming, me, Darian, Jose, and Ozzy just got in Ozzy's pool and just hung out for a couple hours. So that was just nice to hang out and have a drink and all that, and then
I like that.
Yeah, and then I went to my nephew's birthday party that night. He turned 13. My youngest nephew is 13 now, which
makes you feel old.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like it.
Not good.
Actually, you know what? It's okay because I'm their cool uncle, so I'm okay. It's fine.
Yeah, I saw my niece and nephew. No, my nephew because my niece was sick. On Sunday, my dad invited some friends over that he met during my wedding that he clicked with.
I love that your dad used your wedding as I've got a new group of friends now. We're gonna hang
my
out.
Dad's very.
We're gonna do brunch.
He's like that, and he connected to some people at my wedding.
I love it.
So he wanted to invite certain people to my wedding, and I was like, great. So I mean, I had to be very, how can I put it? It was a little bit stressful for me because I like to invite si hay un grupito que todo se conoce, it's hard for me not to, because then I'm like, okay, shoot, if I invite one and not the other.
Well, but it wasn't your party.
I know, but still, there were some people from work that I invited and then not others. But at the end of the day, it was my father.
But the beauty of it is you don't work there anymore also, so therefore you don't have to see them.
No, but they're my friends.
Okay,
Pero poco
okay.
de la pata, so we didn't take any pictures, and I wanted to take pictures. But
You overthink this way too much.
I do.
You really do.
Because I don't
I would have taken because I would have taken pictures and I would have just been like, you know what, my dad put the guest list together. This isn't me. And call it a day. And if you want to get upset because you didn't come over to my parents' house for a dinner, then our friendship is not that strong.
No, but I mean that's what. that's what I was gonna do. But then Eric was like, that's not cool because you don't want to hurt people's feelings and blah 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 blah. They're gonna see some of them are there, some of them were not invited. They're all in the same group.
Feelings
And I
are
was like, I'm
overrated.
gonna take pictures. I don't care. And when I got there, I didn't take pictures because I was like, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But it
Feelings
was a
are
nice weekend. It
overrated.
was nice because it was just like nice people, simple. It was a good time. And now that my parents are a little older, it's like I like to see them enjoy themselves and get incorporated in the conversations. And they were very happy. They were very happy.
That's good. That's good. All right. So
Yes,
you know what's coming.
Hello, Junior. How you be, brother? Guess what? We started with 22, then went up to 27. So
Yes.
now, Ishmael, where are we at?
If my math is right, which it rarely is, I'm thinking 32.
Can we have some sound effects? We do that again.
All
So
right.
now we're at
32 seconds. Yes. All right. Oh,
No sound
no sound
effects.
effects. Nope.
what's going.
All
So
right.
because you guys know what we did over the weekend, so now we need to know what
What Junior did.
Junior did. Hold
Yes.
on, Roya Borges.
Junior's weekend corner.
Junior, yeah, you're a professional, so we're gonna
He's gonna set the timer. Stopwatch.
Stopwatch. Thank you. Okay, so you let us know we're ready. We're gonna count you down in 32 seconds. Okay, and when it's over, I'm like, brrr. So 3, 2, 1, hit it.
I'm going to start it on Thursday and say that we went to BurgerFi in Pinecrest. So shout out to Burger Beast over there and the entire crew at BurgerFi. I want to thank them. Friday, I hung out with my cousin Sosa. He brought his best friend from Orlando, Julian, to go see the Marcelo Hernandez show at the Olympia Theater. Shout out to Marcelo. Shout out to my cousin coming through. Saturday, it was a light day. We came through here. James Dumont was teaching a acting class here in Cultura Media House. Shout out to everyone there. And Sunday, I caught up with my dad, and it was a great time. We drank wine in the backyard and had a little grill and chilled. There we go.
32 seconds on the dot.
That was good. Were you watching?
Were you timing yourself, Junior? 'Cause yeah, no. Take that victory lap. Take that lap.
No, I was not timing myself.
Wow,
I was
more
I
impressive.
was
Yeah.
timing my breathing more than anything.
Okay, yeah, because I was like, he's gonna pass out soon.
No,
You were
but
on the
yeah.
nose, like 32 seconds.
Bueno,
Yes.
that's what we do here.
On the
Every
nose.
week we get a little better here.
Next
Pero let me
week, we're
tell
going to
you,
go up
man.
to 37. Soon,
Absolutely.
soon, there's not going to be space, but no, falta todavía.
8 minutos después de eso. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
really.
my own segment, but
Veinte.
no, it's what we do here. We get better every week, and that's what Pero Let Me Tell You does. That's what Cultura Media House does. That's
Damn
what Cultura
right.
Talks does. But we also miss one guy here, and we hinted at him, and we miss DJ. So
We sure do.
Big shout out to DJ. We miss you. We miss you.
We sure do.
Dario.
Yes. Well, you know, we chatted with him briefly today, Fake Friday, earlier before you got here.
Tremendo pelao.
Yeah.
That he had on when we chatted there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he cut his hair, right?
No. He was because
No, he didn't.
No,
Pelao? Is
no.
that-
Because Tristan got his Halloween costume, and so he called me on video chat wearing the wig.
Oh, lovely.
So
Who did?
Darian.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So we were like, oh, hey, new do.
I saw him this weekend. He was in that never-ending project of his old bedroom. And
Yep.
oh my God, there was so much crap in there. There were magazines and still shirts. And I was
Yep.
like, wow. Like the more I go in there, like the more work he's done, the more work that needs to be done.
You realize how much storage can happen in one room.
So much crap. He has
Yeah.
because he collects everything that he likes. I used to be like that. Now, when in doubt, throw it out. When in doubt, throw it out. I used to be a
Cuídate, Eric.
no mean. No, but I used to be okay. He's so bad. I could be mad at him, but that doesn't mean no.
Esa carita that he put.
I used to be a filing clerk for Sunshine Medical Center years ago. Anyhow, and my point is that there is a point that I used to have to purge, right?
Oh, that's true, yeah.
But I had this thing because guess where I would have to work? Like they would send me like once a week to not a warehouse, where you keep stuff that you don't use.
Like a storage unit?
Storage unit,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
En la 40 y la 70 y pico. And I was like, you know what, Roger? Because you have to go back like 7 or 8 years, whatever. And I'm like, when in doubt, just throw it out. Just throw it out, yeah. That was many years ago.
There may be somebody that needed something and then you threw it out.
Actually, in that job, I actually learned the word rekindle because they got rid of me, right? And because I asked for a
they
raise.
were in doubt, so they threw you out.
No, not because of that. Because I asked for a raise. I was making, I don't know, like $6 an hour or something, and I asked for like 25 cents, and then they said no, and like maybe after the summer we'll rekindle this relationship, and I was like okay, and I was like, what the hell does rekindle mean? And then I looked it up. I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
No, they're still waiting for the rekindling.
Yeah, well, they closed down.
Okay, so then they are kindling now, not rekindle.
And it never happened. Never happened. But I had a good weekend.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had a good weekend.
That's good.
Well, thank you for sharing, Junior.
Yes.
Thank you
Yeah.
for the platform.
Did
and the
Darian ever
time.
give you any time to talk like that?
Back to Roger.
Whoops. Just kidding.
No, but I wanted to say you brought it up, Junior, about Burger Beast, and you know we got to hang out for National Cheeseburger Day at BurgerFi. I keep calling it Wi-Fi at BurgerFi, and you know thanks for the invite, Steph, and thanks to everybody there, as Junior said. But I also want to say it's been really cool. I have to say, like, you know, we're hanging out a lot, and I have to say, you know what, I like that. I like hanging out with you guys, like outside of here.
It was easy.
Yeah, but it's cool, you know, because again, when I hang out with Darian outside of here, it's because we've known each other for, you know what I mean? Like,
Forever
and so
and ever.
it's just an extension of life, right? But like the fact that I get to hang out with you guys is actually one of the best parts of doing this show now for me. And I mean that sincerely. Like, you know, it's not just, come into the studio and, you know, we hang out here, but it's like, no, we're actually interacting and part of each other's lives. And so that's nice.
No, the feeling is mutual. I was looking forward to it. And I knew that Junior was going to be there too. And I love eating.
Yeah, that too.
So I know what's going to be eating.
I'm never going to turn down a burger.
My God, we ate so much.
We really did.
We ate so much.
I regret nothing. I would do it again.
When I got there, I felt like an addict because, like, the moment I saw the fries with the aioli on top and the quesito, I was just like, I couldn't control myself.
Okay, you talking about the fries, but you dug on those onion rings.
On the onion rings
and I
and
didn't
the
know
fries.
you were such an onion ring fan.
I have the appetite of like I always said, of like a 600-pound man. I really do, and sometimes I can, and sometimes I can't control myself. And that day was one of those days. Oye, we had fries, we had onion rings, we had chicken tenders, la salsita, okay, because we ate up la salsita. Then the burger. You had a burger and a half.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
Junior and I did. Yeah.
Burger and a half. And
The
then a
hangover.
cake.
So good.
Then part of the cake, they put that cake in a freaking blender and they turned it into a shake. And
And there was another shake. It was two shakes.
God, I was like,
the
The
s'more
s'mores.
shake and the birthday cake shake. And it was the birthday cake that they were celebrating again. Shout out 17
years. That is
from the
nothing
Burger
to
Beast
sneeze at.
vlog. And it was the cake from that they presented them with that they turned it into a shake. Imagínate everyone there.
It was so good. I regret nothing. I would do it again right now.
it was. Well, I didn't eat that. Did you eat that night?
Probably.
No, I couldn't eat. I couldn't even have breakfast the following day or lunch. I went 24 hours without
You know
eating.
what? That night actually. Okay, so I did eat that night because that night. So that was a Thursday. And as we know, we have our residency at Beat Culture Wednesdays through Fridays. And on Thursdays, so Darian does Wednesdays and I do Thursdays. And then Fridays, we just go back and forth. So I did Thursday night. And when we get there, we always are fed by the lady who's there, the Diana, who I gave one of my last sodas to, and I adore you, Diana. I know you watch the show sometimes. She is the chef that is there when we're there because they have their menu, and she still fulfills that. Okay. So you know she'll cook for us and make us things and whatever, and it's absolutely delicious. But that night I was like, no, I had a lot today, so I'm not gonna eat. So during the whole time we're there. And for us and for the staff, they're always making French fries, and there was there's like a bowl that always kind of has French fries. So I just ate French fries the whole time, and then I had her. I asked her if she could make me these arancini balls, which are so good.
Arancini?
Arancini is
Arancini?
it's like rice and cheese.
Oh, okay.
And then deep fried,
like a rice ball?
like a rice ball, yeah. And then with marinara, and her marinara.
Oh, yeah, I know what that is.
Her marinara is phenomenal. So that's what I ate.
Okay, so not that
So
much.
not that much for me.
No,
not that much.
I could not. I was literally. No, never mind. I can.
You were full.
I was full. Let's
You
leave
were
it at
full.
that.
Yeah, you were full. Like you
I
were
was
a
very
tope.
full.
Yeah.
Estaba a tope, so I couldn't eat for another 24 hours, which is great because,
Yeah. It's okay.
yeah. Yeah. And then today, I lost a little bit over the weekend, and then I gained. That's the story of my life.
That's the story of all of our lives, bro.
It's the story of our lives.
But I will say another reason that I'm glad that we are all here is because between today and maybe tomorrow, the rapture was supposed to happen. So it's nice that we're all here. Nobody was raptured.
The rapture. I'm sorry. What?
Okay, wait. So I know the face you're giving me says you have no idea what the rapture is.
I have no idea.
Do you know what the rapture is, Junior?
It's what you said Roger would get caught up in if he didn't make it today. And
I'm more lost than before.
When I've heard the word, if you say it really fast, I think I hear Raptors, and I don't know if you're talking Jurassic Park, Toronto, the basketball team,
or Blondie.
And then sometimes it's Rapture, and then that's the song by Blondie. And then I know it's also a biblical or religious.
That's where I was going.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
so there is some
lost.
Christian denominations that basically they believe in what they call the rapture, which is according to their dogma, when Christ comes back to the earth and essentially just kind of says, "Okay, my chosen ones, plucking you up, taking you to heaven. Everybody else can stay."
And that was supposed to happen.
That was according to some like online influencers or whatever. It was supposed to happen like between the 23rd and the 24th.
Okay, so that's wait.
So like Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, okay.
So I mean that's why I'm saying today fake Friday. We're recording on a Tuesday. And so maybe tomorrow, maybe by the time it rolls
So
around,
they're supposed to come and take you, but that means you're good or you're bad or
no. That means you've been taken to heaven.
Oh, you've been taken to heaven.
Yeah, if you get left behind, it's because you're not one of the chosen. You haven't been chosen by God.
But I'm not ready to go.
Right. Well, no, but you don't have a choice.
Oh, they just come and pluck you out.
You don't have a choice. See, it's when Jesus comes back and basically says, you, not you, you're cool, and
No, and there's still a lot of things I need to do. So, ojalá que no.
Okay, all right. Well, but you're here, so you weren't taken if it did happen.
Okay. Well, thank you for informing me of that, because I do a little bit of reading, but esa se me pasó. The rapture one, yeah. No.
Yeah, all of a sudden on Instagram, I saw people posting oh, I hope I'm not taken. I'm really looking forward to a concert on Saturday or whatever. Like that type of thing. And I was like, wait, what are they talking about? So I did the Google search and I was like, oh, apparently there's social media going around with some of these, I guess, Christian influencers. The rapture's coming.
Me enteré aquí, fíjate.
Yeah, but you had never heard of that before. The rapture.
No, I've heard of the Purge, the movie, but not the Rapture. No,
I mean it's kind of similar, but not.
No.
The Rapture.
No,
so
really
it's certain Christian denominations.
Yesterday I was disconnected. Oh, because yesterday was our anniversary, 3-year anniversary. Because like this when you sign and then we had the wedding. Right. Yeah, and we went to a restaurant that I've always wanted to go. I think I had told you. I mentioned Sonny's.
Yes, you did. You mentioned
it was very good. It would.
Would you say the food was deserving of rapturous applause?
This is the thing. The restaurant is great. It's just that when you have such high expectations,
okay.
But it was very. Look, I give it a solid 8.5, 8.7. It was very.
I'll take it.
It was very good. The service is great. The steak was great. The pancito was great. What else did we have, Roger? I had a guava Cosmo. That was great.
Ooh.
Yeah. We had this bread con mantequilla and a little bit of honey on top. That was very good. I had the steak, which was the cheapest thing it was $39. Everything else was like $150, $200. Okay, if you yawn, we're gonna have problems.
That's
if
true.
you
Because
yawn,
today,
we're gonna have problems.
Today you cannot.
I'm the one who hasn't slept.
That's true.
What's going on? I'm telling him a story. Estoy comprometido con mi historia, and this man is yawning. Come on.
Que falta de respeto.
Que falta de respeto.
I can't believable.
Anyhow, and then Eric had some, we had potatoes, and Eric had some pasta. And at the end, they had this ice cream sandwich with es como ¿cómo te explico? It's an ice cream sandwich, pero the dough is his French name, which I don't know, which I should. Oh my God, eso era la gloria.
Is it like pâte à choux?
I don't know the name, but it's como que sweet. It's like a sweet bread that's sandwiched between like the ice cream. It was heaven. That was very good.
Panetela.
No.
It was an Entenmann's loaf.
No, coño. It's a French name. I would call Eric and ask him, but I don't. But it was very good. So the place was good.
Entenmann's, isn't Entenmann's?
No, it's a little different.
Yeah, Entenmann's. Yeah.
Un peu différent. But it was very good.
Le tourte de pound.
It was good. It was good. It was good. It's just that I had heard so much about it. I think that place is also great to go with 3 or 4 people, so you can try more things. But I give it a solid 8.5.
Okay.
It was very good. It was
Okay,
very good.
all right.
It was good. So yeah.
Well, that sounds good.
And you see, I have no transitions.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Roger's mind was like, well, yake, I had to stay behind. I might as well, go have a delicious meal.
And we did.
And you did, yeah.
And I messed up because I thought it was 2 years, but it was 3 years.
3?
Yeah, it was 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Because we signed and then we got married 2 years later.
Right.
I mean, symbolic.
So you had the ceremony. The ceremony 2
ceremony,
years later.
yeah,
Yes.
that's what I
The
meant.
party, yeah.
Well, enough of me.
Enough. Yeah, I know.
tired.
Really enough of you.
Wow, how things changed.
So I actually wanted to bring up just something completely random. It's nothing.
No transitions.
Nothing topical. I'm following your lead. We all know Food Network, right? We all know Food Network.
Yeah.
So I actually was watching this past couple of days. I was watching this show that they have. It's called I think it's called like Grudge Match or something to that effect.
Never heard of it.
Okay, it's a newer show, and it's hosted by Layla Ali, Muhammad Ali's daughter.
Yeah,
okay. And the whole premise of the show is basically that, they bring out 2 chefs who have like some type of beef, and they settle it, and they go head to head, and they have to cook and blah. It's all very manufactured.
What's it called again? I'm sorry.
I think it's called Chef Grudge Match or something to that effect.
Okay.
It's on Max. Look, the beef of it all is very manufactured because and you can tell, especially because sometimes you're watching it and you can tell it's 2 people who just, there's a reason you're a chef and not an actor, right? Because they come on and they're just like, I'm really upset at you. I'm more upset at you. And it's like,
you can tell when
this
it's
is bad.
scripted.
Like, there's a reason you're a chef, and that's okay.
You can tell when things are
Right.
scripted, yeah.
But they did have 2 people go on that it was a Miami Cuban American grudge match. It was Chef Mika Leon. Mika from
La Caja Caliente.
Caja Caliente, yeah, from Caja Caliente,
Yeah.
and Chef Brad Delgado, who I don't know if you've seen him. He's on social media.
Is that like a Cuban guy?
He's a Cuban guy that he's like his
they all
videos
love
are great.
here.
He's very animated. Like
Yeah.
Chef Brad, I would
Yes,
love to
I
have you
think-
on the show. I've actually kind of had Chef Mika on the show. Chef Brad, I'd love you on the show, but let me know con tiempo because that day I need a nap before he shows up because he is super high energy. Do you know who we're talking about?
Yeah, but if he comes, que venga con
Junior.
comida.
Yeah, I mean, and his videos are great and everything, but it's so
I think
funny
I know
to
what
me.
you're talking about.
It's
I'm
funny
thinking
because they were both very lively and very very Miami, and I anytime I see my city's culture on screen I light up, and I was like, okay, this is cool, this works. Ese mismo.
Oh yeah. I think we had him on PI.
And the thing, what I found hilarious though was that, so the whole premise is that these are people who have a beef and blah blah blah. And the whole premise of the beef is that she comes out and she's like, well, I've been doing this, Cuban food. And I was like, okay. And then Chef Brad comes out, he's like, yeah, but she's saying that I'm stealing her recipes, blah, blah. And I turned to Jose and I'm like, are these people really up here trying to stake a claim on like picadillo? Like,
my God.
because it's like, you're both saying that you're like, no, she stole my recipes, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, hi, I make those same recipes too. And so has my grandmother and her tataratataratatarabuela, right?
Yeah, it's no one has a claim.
No one has
to
a claim to it. But he did. It's funny because she made pork chops, which I can't think of in Spanish how to say it right now. She made pork chops with tostone and arroz blanco. No, did she make arroz blanco? She made like moro. I don't remember now. And then he made picadillo con arroz blanco. And I was like, they only had 30 minutes to cook though. So I'm like, okay, I understand he went the smart route of it. But what I love the most about it, and I kind of wanted to ask you this as someone who's been on TV and been on that side of the lens, him specifically, there's a reason I think he's caught on in social media. He is so enigmatic and so eye-catching to watch. The entire time, there were times that he was busting out in Spanish. Without a thought. I mean, the Spanglish was very, very. He was like, he'd be talking to Layla Ali, and she'd be like, "Oh, what are you making?" He's like, "No, I'm making this, and the peros. See, that's how you know it's real Spanglish, kids. The peros."
Yeah.
He would drop the peros left, right, and center, and it didn't matter who he was talking to, right? And he'd be like, "Yeah, I was gonna make this, pero then I went and and like, oh no, pero imagínate tú." And like, I was like, I love seeing my culture represented that way, but I know there are people who have feel a certain way about that. I want to put it to you because your career has been on camera, and you've done both like hard news, but you've also done like celebrity stuff. And
I did entertainment for like 10 years.
right. But you've done the gamut, and you also, you started your career also in English language también. So when you see things like that, and obviously this is a very different parameter because it's an entertainment show and it's this and that. Do you feel like it draws you closer when you see people using Spanglish like that, or do you think it's a certain like?
For me, if it's natural.
Okay.
Not that they're no que es un personaje.
Okay.
I mean, I think the way he does, I think that's un personaje on social media, which works for him a lot. But I don't have an issue with it if it's organic.
Okay.
If organically you're speaking like that, then I don't have an issue with it because I connect to people who are genuine. And if I see that, if they're trying to pretend that they're from here and that's like a little, entonces me cae mal. Pero I think in his case, that's the way he is. So no, it doesn't bother me. It does bother me when people are constantly going in and out of English automatically.
In what sense?
That una oración en inglés, una oración en español. Una oración, like that's like a little bit annoying.
Okay, like that seems very scripted.
Yeah, like finish a thought, you want to throw something in there, that's fine. But automatically going back and forth, but I find it a little annoying when you're on camera.
Okay.
Si te tira dos o tres palabritas like we do, like I just did now,
Right.
then I'm okay with. So no, it doesn't bother me.
No.
If I think if outside of the camera, when the cameras are off or behind the camera, if they're the same, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I mean, with him specifically, again, I think he's a great case study, for lack of a better way of putting it, because you just said like, oh, es un personaje. But I do think that personaje is an extension of who he is. So I don't think it's a show. I mean, it's a show, obviously. It's a show. There's special effects and everything in the damn thing.
But he pumps it up a little.
I mean, but the same way that, I'm not this on, in my daily life, but there are elements of it. Like, I turn the volume up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think anytime that you're in some kind of public medium or whatever, that you do have to, because I mean if you're tired, like I was tired, I can't come here and be like, oh my god, I want to sleep. It's like you have to ump it up.
It'd be a
bit.
great episode if you did that though.
You have to ump it up a little, but you still have to stay true to who you are.
Right. You have to be yourself. Yeah.
So I think I agree with you. I think that's part of like una faceta of who he is,
right.
And that it's worked because of social media. Anything that's different llama la atención, and he's capitalized on it.
Oh, 100%.
He's totally capital. I remember at Primer Impacto we had him.
So you've met him?
I haven't, but he was on the show because
okay.
There was a segment called Influencers Impacto, and he was one of those.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I remember when I saw him, I was like, oh my god.
No, he's high energy. Yeah. He is like super high energy.
Follows him. Like,
oh no, we follow him, and
he does well. He does.
And it's funny because I've actually met him once at an event with when Sandwich opened up their Coral Gables store, and he was very like, you could tell he was off. Like it was his night off. You know what I mean? Like he was just being like casual, cool. Like he was still being himself, but he would.
You can't have all that.
But you can't have that energy all the time.
Well, actually, I did meet him. I met him at La Trova. We celebrated an anniversary when I was with PI, and we celebrated the 30th anniversary there, and he was there. Yeah. Because he had done the segment. Yeah, he was very nice. Down.
He's approachable. He's super. Yeah.
You can't be like that 24/7.
You can't.
Then it will be fake.
Oh yeah, no, forget fake. It's not sustainable. He died of a heart attack.
Person, he's like, I'll be like, whoa.
Yeah, no. I say all the time. I'm like, not all the time. I was saying, Jose, I'm like, can you imagine if like I get him on the show, and then like the day after I have to interview like Charo? I mean, like no. I'm gonna need a nap for a week after that.
Yeah,
because she's a lot, and it's too much. But you know what? I welcome the challenge.
But you know what? Now that you mentioned that, you know who people will be surprised that is completely different? Don Francisco. You know, everyone else was
Don Francisco. Of course,
Don Francisco on air, he's like, Cuando quitan esa cámara, he's like this. He is he's
reserved.
More than reserved. He's like an introvert. Completely like this, like he would walk around like this.
But most famous people are introverts.
I was like, wow. He was always polite, but a completely different person. Just two different people.
Yeah, no. Again, most famous people to some level are introverted compared to what you think they're going to be.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because you imagine, I'll continue your example of Don Francisco. You imagine that you're going to meet Don Francisco and he's going to be like, buenas, la, la. And I'm like, again, intellectually, you know that that's not sustainable in real life. You can't carry that level all the time.
But when you've seen someone for 30, 40 years
You
like
assume.
that, you assume that,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
And no, I was very taken back. I was like, oh my God. Because I would have to see him every single day when we were in the older building.
That's true. That's true.
Every single day. And his not fitting room, his dressing room was right in front of the bathroom. So whenever you
Really?
So it was literally right there. Actually, his assistant is my not front door neighbor because I hate her. The one next to her. I hate her. Yeah, not her, but right next to her.
If you watch the showing, you're Roger's
bad.
front door neighbor. Now you know the truth.
Well, it is what it is, buddy. It's out there. No apologies. No apologies. It's one of many in that building.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on. But anyhow, the one
Lord,
that
wow.
lives next to her, era la asistente. She was a lovely lady. So every day I would go to the bathroom and he would be there. And I was always, the first time I was very starstruck. I was like, oh my God.
Of course.
And then afterwards I go, hola, Roger, hola, Don Francisco. But he was always, like very reserved. And
Yeah. See, he's also one of the people that's on our dream list of like, we'd love to have him on the show. And I know that he's very reserved. Like he's not someone who
very reserved.
is very publicity seeking. So that probably won't happen. But hopefully, because I know there's a documentary coming up. There's a documentary coming up on you, sir. So you're gonna have to make the rounds. Hopefully, you'll come back.
Well, he would have he would host dinners at his home, and he would invite a lot of celebrities to go to his home and eat. I was never invited, but
Well, then clearly he was not inviting the A-list.
I was kind of like the B list, but
You're the
or
A-list to me, baby.
C plus. But I know a lot of people who went, and it was a night that he wanted people to interact and not be on their phones and just have conversations.
Like a
But
salon.
My respect. I remember the last day he was at Univision, and we had to say goodbye to him, and cover all that. So that was like, I don't know. I felt like it was like I don't know. I thought there was going to be a void in Spanish TV because it was such an institution.
There is. Oh no, there is.
It was an institution.
Make no mistake about it. There is a void in Spanish TV. After him and Cristina, like, what,
Oh my God.
And honestly, like after God de la Flaca, when eventually we'll end at some point. I'm assuming. Just because even if they're on there until they pass away.
Ay, ya lo mataste.
Well, look, we all have a time on Earth, right? But once God de la Flaca is gone from Univision, it will just feel completely weird. Spanish language TV will be a completely different place, period. 100%.
I remember when I used to work also at Gordo y Flaca, and I remember when we celebrated the 10th anniversary, we were at El Gordo's house, and I remember there were rumors back then saying, "Oh my God, the show's gonna end. The show's gonna end. The show's gonna end. Oh my God, it was reported everywhere it's gonna end." 17 years later, after that was the 10th, so 27 years now, and the show's still on the air.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's ending, guys. I'm saying just eventually.
But TV has changed. The way people consume.
That's the thing.
Information now has changed, so inevitably, at one point, I think everything will just, let's say, change. Because maybe you could go streaming.
No, 100%. When I mean end, I mean just in its current form of how we consume
right.
that format. Listen, I'm still amazed that Entertainment Tonight is on the air.
Oh, I don't watch it anymore.
No, but it's by the time you're watching it, you've
I used to watch it
already seen and heard
I
everything.
used to watch it religiously.
No, yeah. But well, I'm gonna take a quick break. Speaking of format changes, see, the one thing you can't get rid of with format changes, you still need sponsors. So we're gonna take a quick break, and we will be right back. This is your camera right here. Hey, Peto Primos, we love our pets, but we don't love the pet overpopulation crisis we're currently facing. That's why, during Adopt a Shelter Dog Month, we're teaming up with Miami-Dade Animal Services to remind you of the many ways you can help make a difference. You can do your part by making sure your pet is vaccinated, microchipped, and sterilized, all services that Miami-Dade Animal Services provides at a low cost. And if you're looking to bring a new pet into your family, stop by the shelter or join the annual Mega Puptoberfest on Saturday, October 18th. This exciting event features adoptable cats and dogs, plus vendors, food trucks, and fun activities for the whole family. Not ready to adopt but still want to help? consider opening your home temporarily through the foster program, which gives pets a much-needed break from the shelter. Thanks to people adopting and fostering, Miami-Dade Animal Services has saved over 90% of the cats and dogs in their care over the last 10 years. So do your part to help reduce pet overpopulation. For more information, visit miamidade.gov/animals and follow @AdoptMiamiPets on social media. All right. Well, now that we've paid some bills,
Yes.
we are back.
Very necessary.
Very necessary. Again, like I said, TV format may change, but sponsors will always be necessary.
They're cold. That's in French.
What is it? Oh,
The
they're
cold-
cold.
the cold.
I thought you said they're cold, and I'm like, what sponsor is cold? We're not.
No, I'm here. I look
Down
I'm
jackets?
trying to pretend to be smart here. I'm like looking.
You are smart.
I'm
Don't
looking
sell
at
yourself.
what I wrote. Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about? Lo de, I mean, help me with the name. She P Diddy P Diddy Sean Combe Daddy Joe. What's his name?
Ese mismo, Sean Combs. That is his Christian name on his social security. I'm assuming.
Well, now it's next week on the 3rd when they're supposed to decide what's going to happen with him.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, because I was reading that today, getting informed for the show, and basically, he was found not guilty of or guilty of the lesser charge.
Yes,
one
yes.
of like prostitution, or 2 charges of prostitution. Yeah. And then those carry a maximum sentence of 10 years each, right? So, but his attorneys are asking for him. He's already served 13 months. So
time
the
served.
attorneys are like, hey, for time served, let's give him the minimum. So it's 14 months. So they kind of want him out of there.
Yeah.
So now what everyone's waiting to see is what's going to happen. What do you think about that? Do you think it should be there longer? Or do you think, hey, he was found guilty of only 2 charges?
So I don't remember what the charges were, and I do know from the beginning, back when we were talking about this with your cousin, he was like, look, the charges are probably going to be harder to prove. With that said, I mean, I give them credit that it seems like this was a long-term operation, that they were collecting evidence and everything. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, and again, the reason I say I don't remember which of the charges he was found guilty of is
It was
because
a prostitution charge.
The prostitution
Yeah.
charges. So it wasn't. So the
Interstate commerce related to prostitution.
okay. So that's human trafficking.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, I'm not quite sure. You could be right. I'm not sure. But that was like the legal name.
because interstate prostitution usually is, if not referred to as as trafficking, it's como si no es pato se conoce el lago, it's
That's a new one for me, but I'll go along with it. Interstate commerce related to prostitution is a charge.
okay.
So
that's
you're probably right.
That's the official charge.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sued by anybody. I don't have that much baby.
Allegedly.
Oil.
Let's throw
Allegedly. Well, not allegedly, because he was found guilty of this.
Yeah.
So I don't
No,
have
but
to be
allegedly
alleged.
that's a charge.
Yeah. My thing is, that is such a loaded charge that I think they're going to be looking at making an example of him. Because they could not get everything else, they are probably going to look to give him the maximum that they can with those. And I'm not saying that these are not serious charges. A lot of these women, when it comes to prostitution, were probably not treated well. They were probably abused. They were sexually assaulted in some way, shape, or form. Again, allegedly, supposedly, theoretically. And I think a lot of it comes down to whatever he has been charged with, we're all going to be viewing it through the lens of the video we saw of what he did to Cassie.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, regardless of the charge itself and the time that it carries, I think that the DA is probably going to try to make, an example of him for the charges that he could either not file or did not get a guilty verdict.
But what I'm asking,
who did not get a guilty verdict? Yeah.
but what I'm asking is, do you think he should get the minimum, or do you think he should get the maximum?
I think. This is where I put on my Law and Order University cap.
No, just what you think.
It's like no, because I
know what I would
I
do.
watched so much fucking Law and Order.
Oh no, I didn't.
Like there's a Law and Order channel now on Pluto TV, and I told Jose the other day, I don't need to leave the house ever again. Like I am in. Your cousin's always saying, he's like, you know way too much about law
It
for
helps.
someone who did not go to law school.
Well, it helps. Yeah, it helps. Like in a situation like this.
Like this, exactly, allows me to have conversations. I think he should. Look, I think he should serve the maximum. I think this is a situation where ahí pasó algo. And just because you can't prove something doesn't necessarily mean it didn't happen.
There's a difference from
which
being
is a slippery slope.
guilty and come on.
Not guilty and innocent.
Correct.
Exactly. There's a very big difference between not guilty and innocent. And so I think that if you have the opportunity to put it through, you should. Now, obviously, they're going to do time served. So instead of, if it's 10 years, it will be 9 years or whatever the case may be. But I just think
you're struggling with that.
I am really struggling.
Why are you struggling?
I am really struggling with it because what I think, the perspective I think of it is, okay, if you have someone who has the level of fame that he has, and you go for the lesser
charge,
penalty, the time, the lesser time
sentencing.
Thank you, the lesser sentencing time. I feel like it then can open potentially the floodgates for other instances of people who are not as wealthy to also just see it as, well, that's not that serious of a crime. And then you kind of diminish the weight of the crime if you don't stand by the maximum potential time served for someone who has the means, because then you're also kind of showing it's not that big a deal, but this person has money, so that's why they can do certain things that other people can't. It's just
That's a bad precedent.
I just feel it sets a bad precedent, and we already live in a time where many people see any form of misogyny or violence towards women as boys will be boys. And I get a little hesitant and a little at anything that muddies the waters or could potentially muddy the waters, especially from a legal perspective.
I'm very clear. He should get the maximum. To me, he should get the maximum, because when when
I took longer than he did.
with that video, when you saw that video, I mean, and then he gave the apology. He didn't give the apology because
he didn't
he was
apologize to
sorry.
her.
I mean, he apologized for getting caught.
Yeah.
He's sorry he got caught. That's it. I mean, that showed what that man was capable of. And that is horrible. He treated that woman like
and
a
the lack
dog.
of remorse.
Patada por todo lado, yanking her by her hair.
But
That's
remember,
horrible.
but then his lawyers will argue that you're trying him, you're sentencing him, and you're trying him for a charge that is not on the table.
I agree, but since I am not the attorney or the lawyer or anything or the judge, I'm saying what I would like to see, just because of that, even though they could improve other things, which are the bigger charges, I think he should get the maximum. Because you don't treat a woman like that. You don't treat
100%.
anybody like that. You don't treat a man like that. You don't treat anybody like that. And that's just what we saw. That is just what we saw.
Yeah, that's the one we caught on tape.
Because if you heard the testimony from other people, I mean, it was horrific, the things that he did. Just horrific. With that power that he had. So I hope he gets the maximum sentence, so that there are other predators out there, other people like him that are thinking about doing it, that they're like, oh, shoot, that can happen to me.
Because if it happened to somebody who has the means,
right. Yeah.
And that's why I was going back and forth, because if, I want him to get the maximum, because if he doesn't, then it creates this ripple effect downstream.
No, but not even so much. Yes, for that too. But I think he's a bad person, and he should get the maximum. As simple as that. But I mean, I'm not on jury, but I mean that's what I think. How about you, Bruno? What do you think about it? Do you think he should get the maximum or the minimum? We caught you on your phone.
Yeah,
he was doing research.
Is there research?
No, I'm texting my mom.
Ask her what she thinks he should get.
Checking
multitasking.
Was checking in on her. She had
good?
a slip and fall at
Oh
work.
no!
That's
Now
right.
I feel
That's right, you
horrible.
told me.
Okay,
That's
now
right.
I feel horrible.
Yeah, she got results. She has a fracture.
No, oh my God! Now I feel horrible.
Oh shit!
And
But right now, this happened right now.
No. This happened last week, right?
Yeah. It happened last week.
Okay.
She's
Well, I
been-
still feel bad.
And just texting her. Eso es lo que me importa a mí.
My God,
So,
I'm
what's
sorry, Junior.
So Junior's being
I
a
did
good
not
son.
know I was picking on you because you were on your phone, and then you just told me about your mom. So now I feel horrible.
You shouldn't.
I should.
Absolutely never feel horrible.
Well, I do.
No,
Make
you
him
shouldn't feel
make him feel a
horrible,
little bad.
terrible. No,
Make him feel a
That's-
little bad, Junior.
I'm like,
No,
coño, gente,
I'm
my
the
mom
care
fell.
bearer.
And
I want people to feel as good as possible, and especially those that I care about. So,
Such a good soul.
this is a room full of love, and that's what I want to keep it as.
He's a good soul, man.
He is a good soul. That's why he's checking on his mom.
God, que más me hizo quedar. Wow.
You know who's not a good soul? based on the charges, Sean Combs.
So what do you think about that? Do you think he should get the maximum or no?
Oh,
Oh, the
that's
fracture.
the,
There I go.
Coño.
What
Wow, no,
is
it was.
donde? Where did she fracture it?
Her humerus.
Humerus.
Yeah. Not so funny.
Not so funny.
Not so funny.
No, but where was a fracture?
Like, where did it happen?
Where in her body?
Her like
Her arm?
Yeah,
Yeah, the humerus,
She's
yeah.
been wearing a sling.
Hmm.
She has a little fracture and a tear in the tendon around it.
Ooh.
So she went today to an orthopedic surgeon that recommended that she should get surgery. She doesn't have to, but just for it to repair and heal properly, she should do that.
How old is your mom?
68, 67.
Okay, she's
67, turning
Still
68.
young.
Yeah. Is she going to wait it out? Like, a ver cómo le va before deciding on surgery? Or
She's going for her second to 17th opinion.
Okay.
and then she's gonna pare o none, round it out after that, and see how she's feeling that day, and make that decision. Yeah.
Okay.
I
2
feel
out of
like
17.
crap. I feel like crap.
Well, you shouldn't feel like crap because
No.
I don't think you have a fracture. So you should feel
No, I
way
feel like
better
crap
than
that
my
I was like,
mother,
you're on your
so-
phone and you're like, I'm checking on my mom, and now we're knowing the extent. So
That's, I mean, even though we don't broadcast live, that is live recording, ladies and gentlemen.
feel ashamed. But
Hang your head down, Roger. Hang your head lower. Hang your head down
But
lower.
anyhow, back to my original question. So do you think you should get the maximum or the minimum?
Or somewhere in the middle, I guess.
I hate deciding other people's lives and stuff. Like I really hate jury duty and all of that. I hate making decisions.
I'm not surprised by that when it comes from you.
in other people's lives, but I really, really, really dislike everything that he's done. So I just really like for people to pay for those things. So whatever that is and whatever breakdown, etc., whether it's a maximum or a minimum or whatever, I think absolute justice should be served, and he should feel this guy's should stop talking. You're just
She's yawning.
yawning.
Dude. I'm beginning to get offended.
Es
Like,
que tengo hambre.
what's up with him?
Es que I'm hungry.
Tiene hambre.
I'm the one who hasn't slept. I gave you a thing of rice,
Fed
dude.
you.
Okay.
Aquí está-
Okay.
no.
Hold on.
No.
200 and some odd pounds. ¿Tú crees que con una cosita de
Roger,
azúcar?
I guess Max Roger dropped the gavel. I guess made a
Caso cerrado. Caso
I guess.
cerrado.
Next, right?
Yeah, I weigh 213 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yes. ¿Tú crees que ese arrocito me iba a hacer algo?
How tall are you?
5'10"?
Oh, wow. I never thought you weighed 230. I thought you were like 180, and I'm very good with weight.
No, I weigh like 213. I weighed myself this morning, yeah.
Well, probably muscle,
I hope.
you know.
I hope so.
Yes.
It's a little punch,
I got a little bit of
a
that
little
too.
punch. It's okay.
Okay, so basically, but
So-
you still went around the question.
No,
a
he
little.
didn't. No, he said
No,
he's against everything the man
but
has
my-
done. So
no,
I
but my
mean,
question is-
I
maximum.
hate
Would you like-
everything that he's
Yes,
done,
but
and I hope he pays the ultimate price
Got
for
it.
There
doing
you go. Yeah,
absolutely all the terrible shit that I hated that he did.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I think I thought his hatred kind of.
I stand
sold
corrected. Remember, it's a lack of sleep.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not comprehending today everything. So
And the only real catch-22 that I have here is that the only concert T-shirt that I own is from a Bad Boy family reunion tour.
Are you serious?
It's I've been to, I don't know, over close to 100 concerts maybe. I don't know.
oh wow.
It is the only.
Attention, he's yawning again.
Yep.
But I'm playing it off
Third
as a
yawn.
laugh.
Yeah.
Third yawn.
No. He doesn't segue stories. He segues yawns into
my God,
laughs.
that's
I can't
horrible.
believe it. No.
How can you be yawning? I haven't slept and I'm super alert.
Eh,
I'm paying attention.
you guys have
I'm paying
topics.
attention
You guys
too.
have other topics. I
I'm
don't know
paying,
what to do
but
here.
I'm paying attention too. I'm like, pero coño, qué puntería! Like of all the concert T-shirts to have at over 100, it's that's the one you have.
I have another topic. You know, I mean, if this one can stay awake, thank
We'll
you.
find out.
We'll
find
see.
out.
Do you guys want to do?
It's hard running a show, guys.
Do you guys want to do? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Juanita. Do you guys want to do Jimmy Kimmel or do you want to do Rebel Royals? Or we could do both.
What's Rebel Royals?
So we're gonna put Jimmy Kimmel on the side, right? Because Jimmy Kimmel's supposed to come back tonight.
Well, yeah, because I mean, he at this point he's supposed to come back tonight, but he hasn't come back by the. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know what to talk about insofar as like his.
Well, that could get political, so maybe we shouldn't talk about it.
And it's not even that. It's just like I don't know what he's gonna say or do tonight. So I'd rather like almost talk about it after we have a moment to collect all the info, shall we say?
I will go with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I don't know what the hell Rebel Royals is. So
There we go. Rebel Royals it is. Rebel Royals. If you can stay awake, Rebel Royals is a new, it's a documentary. Okay. On Netflix. Netflix, yes. On Netflix it's very interesting.
Okay.
It's about the royal family in Norway. You're going to be like, oh my God, boring. No. The royal
Nordic
family in
people.
Norway. Okay. But the royal family there is not like in England, like where it's a very small.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's a
family,
smaller
right?
country. Yeah.
So basically it's the king and queen and then it's the princess. Okay. King and queen and the princess. So
So there's only 3 people.
well, it's like 4 or 5. I mean, que la gente conoce.
Okay, okay.
¿Entiende? It's
Sí, sí,
on
sí.
a much smaller scale. So basically, son conocidos como the king and the queen. Don't ask me their names. And then the princess, right? Well, this princess, she's probably like, I would say like 55, muy bonita. She was married. She had 3 kids. Well, they're 3 girls. They're like in their, probably like maybe like 14, 18, 20, whatever. Very smart lady. And so she separated from her first husband. The husband ended up ending his life.
Okay, there we go.
Whatever. And then a few years later, she met this guy. Here's where the Rebel Royal comes along. She met a guy, a shaman.
A shaman?
A shaman?
Shaman. Like a spiritual person?
Yeah.
A shaman. Okay.
So it's a black shaman.
Okay.
Shaman. I can't say it.
Shaman.
Shaman. Lord Jesus,
You're
I
doing
can't
the
say
Michael
the word.
Jackson.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking.
Is it shaman or shaman? Shaman.
I say shaman.
Shaman, that sounds like
you know what?
charming.
You know what?
Ahora
Now,
lo cambiaste.
now they all sound
Lord
weird to
Jesus,
me.
I don't know. Un shaman.
Shaman. A shaman.
She
Shaman.
met a shaman.
Okay.
Shaman. Direct.
She met a
right?
shaman. So this is a
Shaman
controversy.
direct verit.
Shaman.
Okay.
Shaman
so she met
direct
a
verit se
shaman.
llama.
Derek Varek.
Oh,
No.
you found it already?
Durik.
Durek.
So he's a
Durik
black
Veret.
black shaman from
Shaman.
Shaman. I can't say it. Dios mío santo. She met this individual.
Okay.
Who the controversy is because he's black and he's a shaman. And I can't get through this story.
Hollywood shaman.
Oh, right.
He's a Hollywood shaman.
So he became famous because he has pictures with like Gwyneth Paltrow, all these other
Okay.
people, whatever. But then, so there's 2 controversies. One that he's black, and then one that he's a shaman, whatever. And then that this guy, I mean, when I first saw him, I'm like, he looks gay, So he's like, yeah, like
Okay.
I've dated men, I've dated women.
Okay, he's
and,
fluid.
and yeah. And then she's okay with that. She's like, okay, great. And then to make matters worse,
Is he younger than her or older? Or about the same age?
they're about the same age, I guess. And then to make things worse, part of the controversy is that he says he's a shaman and he was seeing all these patients. One of them alleges that when he was doing a little treatment on him, he,
Happy endinged it?
he happy ended. Well, he enjoyed a lollipop.
Oh, okay. Well, that was okay.
And then he owned up to it, allegedly. He said, yes, it was wrong. So this woman is still in love with this guy who now also is on the waiting donor list for a kidney transplant.
my God.
Okay, so that's why it's called Rebel Royals, because this woman who you would never think that she would date someone like that. And
Yeah.
she's totally, he says that he doesn't fall in love now with, if you yawn, you're trying to yawn. You're going to yawn.
I'm trying to stifle it. Stop calling
Okay.
attention to it.
Okay, so she says that now he says that he is attracted to the soul.
Okay, the person, not the right.
His
right.
words, the soul.
Okay.
But I mean, when he talks, he's like, yes, because blah, 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 blah. And he's
Okay.
like, when I have my wedding, like, I want a big royal wedding. And then he's like, he's a diva. He's like,
But they're not
"Who-"
married yet.
They already got married.
They're right. Okay.
You see that in the documentary.
Okay.
And he's like, who's doing my makeup? Who's going to do my makeup? And blah, blah. And she's like perfectly okay with that. And then the daughters were like, yeah, we always thought he was gay. And his niece or whatever, he's like, I always thought he was gay until he's married. So I thought it's interesting that this woman, who she can choose from anybody, she ended up falling in love. Y es una mujer inteligente.
The heart wants what it wants.
And it's like, oh my God. And then you see like his demeanor, like the way he acts with, it's like, to me, he looks like a like a gold digger.
Okay, that's what he comes across.
Although she had to resign. She resigned all her royal duties.
So she gave up her title, everything.
Her royal duties. I don't know if her title, but she's not acting. She gave up her royal duties for now. So she doesn't do anything now with the
So
royal
she
family.
can't become the queen as of right now.
No, because she's not. It's like kind of what Harry did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
renunció eso.
Yeah, well, he gave up the title. Like
Right.
Harry now is like the Earl of whatever.
But I don't know if those are two different things. Giving up the title y renunciar your duties.
No,
for now.
I think it's all together.
Yeah, it could be.
I think
I'm not
it's
sure.
all tied together somehow. Yeah.
So it's called Rebel Royals because of that, because she went against. Y ella también, she's like into spirituality and all this.
Oh, okay. I want to watch this.
So then you see, they're there's two opposites, and you're like, how can she be in love with this guy? And then like when he's just talking, he's just like, yes, and like whatever, and I have sex with her 4 times a day, but I'm attracted to men,
so much
and and the
sex.
shaman, and I'm like, oh my god. I mean, listen, if they're happy and their daughters are very happy for her, it's just, it's let's say it's a unique.
Well, okay. So let me now you're saying unique. Unique is a perfect word to use for it. But I wonder, how much of it is that we look at it as weird or worthy of a documentary or whatever, because it's two people who are just basically saying, you know what, I'm not going to live by society's rules. And how much of it is them just being like, you know what, fuck it. We found each other. We fell in love, whatever that means for them. Right. Versus what society has kind of like conditioned us to believe certain things have to follow route. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. The only difference for me is that I don't think he's authentic. I think he's going along for the ride.
I mean, that could be.
That
we
is
don't know.
my issue with it. If he looked like a regular guy, regardless of his sexuality, whatever, because I've come to terms with that. I mean, that I think some people.
I mean,
are
bisexuals
fluid.
are real.
Yeah.
They're not leprechauns.
Yeah, he just fits like a different profile. There has to be like a profile for him. It's just, I don't know. Listen, I've dealt with men that like men, and not me personally, meaning not in a relationship.
In
I've known
life.
guys, that like men and like women, and that exists. Absolutely.
I mean, the Kinsey scale of sexuality is a real thing.
Yes. It's just, for me, it's more than that. It's, to me, is that I really feel, or maybe if you watch it, it's only like an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
It's not several parts. It's just like an hour and a half. That I don't think he's a genuine person. I think he's going along for the ride. I mean, because he was just concentrated on, I love you so much, and blah, 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 blah. Who's doing my makeup? Who's doing this?
Where is he from?
He's from here.
He's from here and he's a shaman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is where I start to...
It's just his way, the way he walks, the way he talks. It's like...
Because
he
listen, if you're from the
seems,
U.S. and you're a shaman, I bare minimum need you to be Native American.
He's not.
That's what I'm saying. Bare minimum, I need you to be Native American. Because otherwise... How did you become a shaman? Now I have questions about that. That's where my questions come in. How did you become a shaman? Because if you went to like a seminar at a Radisson, ballroom one day and then you declared yourself a shaman, then now we've got issues. He kind of looks like if Seal didn't have that skin.
No,
thing.
Seal looks better than him.
No, but like.
Yeah, but I see the resemblance.
But again. Okay, a shaman, and I realize there's not like a school where you can go and get
Royal cringe.
where you can go and get certified in shamanosity. But yeah, like what makes you a shaman? Like to your point of like it doesn't seem authentic.
Yeah, it didn't seem authentic. I thought he was along for the ride. He enjoyed the moment. He wanted to be in the spotlight. That was
even
my
if he had told
impression.
me he was a yogi as opposed to a shaman, I'd believe that more.
You should see the part. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You should see the part of like where they're getting married, where like they're coming out with, because they sold their story, which in the royal family was like, oh my God, you sold your story to a magazine, to Hello Magazine.
Well, but everybody sells their stuff. To
Yeah,
Hello.
but I mean, she's a princess,
Pero si los royals siempre están
Sí,
metidos en Hello y Hola all the time.
Yeah, but they see it as like, wow, like you really did that. So, and then they're walking out con sábanas, so that nobody's, speaking of sábanas, that's an inside joke. So they're walking out with sábanas, so nobody can see them. And it's just, I don't know. I just think it's not real.
It's too much.
But you should watch it.
I sure as hell am going to watch it.
So that was, okay.
Did you watch it, Junior, or were you just researching on the fly?
No, well, I was researching that.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it.
We have to give you another title.
I probably will not
researcher.
see it.
You probably won't see it?
No, 2.5 out of 10 on IMDb, and I just heard everything.
No,
from
it's not
Rogelio
great.
Aguirre
It's
and-
not great. It's not great. I just found it interesting because I was just like, okay, this guy is not real. how can she, being such an intelligent woman, fall for that? Come on.
Yeah.
And he's more worried about his eyelashes and whatever than marrying her. And who's doing my makeup? Who's doing my makeup? It's like, come
In
on.
the family, that stuff, decían, eso es un bofe.
You know, eso es un bofe.
Eso es un bofe.
Bofe.
Tenía
No me puedes meter un bofe,
mucho
so.
pesadito energy.
Oh.
Major
Oh.
pesadito energy.
There we go.
Pesadito.
He's
Like, I
probably
would've-
a shaman, but also the Prince of Pesao.
Yes. You see, that's a good one. That's good alliteration. The Prince of Pesao.
I like it.
I like that.
I like it. The Prince of Pesao.
Prince of Pesao.
I would have called the Netflix. I would have called it the. No, this is
The
not
Prince
like
of Pesao?
No, I would have called it La Princesa and the Shaman. It's not unique, but I'm saying. But I guess this is a better title. Whatever.
Rebel Royals. Alliterations. Alliterations stick with you.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So did you like my story?
I did like your story. I did like it. Listen, I like everything you bring to the table.
Well, I research everything. Eric sees me outside. He's like, "You're researching." I'm like, "Yes." And I always feel like this.
And I appreciate it because you probably research a lot more than I do.
I know. I want to see like what people might be interested in, and I think that's interesting.
Well, it was interesting.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know what it was. You brought it up.
Oh, the other one we can't.
Well, I mean, we.
No, but you're right. I agree with you.
We can,
I
but
agree with you.
I also
I agree with
think
you.
like
I agree with you. I agree.
Like for instance, like even last week when everybody was like, "Oh, he's fired," and I'm like, the press release says indefinitely on hiatus. Like, so there was again, it's a developing story that I think now that he's coming back, we'll hear what he has to say, and then we can kind of come together and have a bigger conversation about it. But I just think actually it's one of those things that I had put down on my list, which is, nowadays, because we live in this like perpetual 24-hour news cycle, that everybody has the need to have a hot take on everything. Like, I don't know about your social media feed, but like literally anything happens and it's like 17 people feel the need to have a video of themselves standing in front of their at their beautiful kitchen island counter with some type of background and being like, here's why this happened and why it's important for you. This day, this happened. And blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but I don't care what you have to say. And I realize the hypocrisy of being a podcast host and
mine
saying
is
that.
different. Mine is a lot of like weaves
But it's
and hair and wigs and
that's true.
stuff like that.
That's true. You have the perfect algorithm.
Yeah.
Is really what it comes down to. You've
Pageants.
managed to just weed all that out.
food, but weaves
Good.
and
You know
hair
what?
and
Good. I'm
makeovers.
gonna need you to jump on Pero Let Me Tell You's social and just kind of weed out all of that stuff. Yeah, it's just like I'm so over hot takes. So I'm so over everybody having a hot take, and it's like by hour 2, you're
Yeah.
all just saying the same thing,
Same
irrespective of where you fall. You're all saying the same thing, and nobody's offering anything new because you're also all reacting to something that happened 20 minutes ago, and we don't have a full story on one way or the other.
I wanted to say this is not related to what we're talking about, but because there's an ongoing discussion that I have with Eric. The traffic lights. Okay, it's ongoing. There's
Roger's lack of transitions yet again. Kids.
red, yellow, and green.
Okay.
Today, again, it was like a 10-minute discussion because he keeps telling me that the yellow is not yellow, that the yellow, it's orange.
No, it's yellow.
Not according to him. So every time we pass a car, he's like, "What color is that?" I'm like, "That's yellow." He's like, "What color is the traffic light?" I'm like, "That's yellow." He's like, "That's orange, orange, orange." And I don't know who he asked that. They're like, "Yeah, it's really orange, but we call it yellow." In your opinion,
It's yellow.
it's yellow, right?
It's yellow.
Junior?
It's
Junior's glasses are orange.
an orangey yellow. It's an orangey yellow. Se tira más for orange.
This has been going on for years. And today I was like,
It's kind of like yolk.
that's
What
a very good comparison.
That is a good comparison,
It's
though.
like
Yes.
La luz es color yema.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't know why you people call it yellow because it's not yellow, it's orange.
They call it orange in
I'm
France?
like, well, when you go to take your driver's license test, right? It's going to be red, yellow, and green.
Yeah.
Don't say orange because you're going to fail.
They call it orange in France?
I don't know. But here he keeps saying, why do you keep saying orange? Excuse me, yellow when it's orange?
Okay, you should ask him.
I don't know. I'm gonna
You should
ask him.
ask him if it's considered orange in France.
I should
How do you
ask
say
him.
orange in French?
Orange.
Orange? Okay.
I'm so happy I knew that. Let me ask him.
Orange.
Is a traffic light in France called yellow or orange?
All right. Well, while we
Hold on.
Wait.
I got breaking news here.
Oh my
Not
God, what's
breaking
happening?
news, but
Wait.
just the light. A yellow traffic light is also known as an amber light in some regions, while other regions may call it orange.
so everyone's right.
My God, I cannot be wrong with that one.
So well, no, everyone's right.
The color itself, whether called yellow or amber, serves as caution to drivers, but appears more of an orange color and leans in between both as an amber color.
So no one's wrong. It's the perfect junior. Everyone gets to be happy.
So who's saying this? This is from what? Who's saying this?
This is ChatGPT, your friend, your assistant.
We have a love-hate, but I love them more than anything.
And an AI overview, Google and ChatGPT, because a lot that question has been asked a lot.
I'm getting
the
some.
traffic
I'm getting
lights
some
yellow or
breaking
amber?
news as
Oh,
well.
there's so much
I'm
breaking
getting some
news happening
news.
today. So
Yes.
much back and forth.
So I asked Eric, and of course, I'm like, "Is a traffic light in France called yellow or orange?" His response: "Orange, because it's orange." Merci.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break while we recuperate and come to terms with what color the traffic light is.
You see, people talked about that a lot.
We started this podcast 8 years ago with one goal: be our authentic selves and make sure our culture was always front and center. It's not always easy, but nobody ever said being bold was easy. And for over 100 years, no café has known that better than Café La Llave. It takes a certain level of bold to unapologetically keep your culture alive. But let me tell you, Café La Llave is doing just that. So when you're being true to who you are and hustling to achieve your dreams, of course you're enjoying Café La Llave Cafecito. After all, it's brewed bold for the bold. And we're back. Thank you for coming back after that. After I know that most of you, while you were listening to our sponsors spot, we're also Googling, is it yellow or is it orange?
And Eric sent me some pictures here.
I love that he
Trying
not
to
only
prove his
answered,
point.
but then he went the extra mile and was like, here's a link to every one that says it's orange.
Well, it's been settled, I guess.
But it's both. I like
think
Junior's.
it's a little bit of both.
I like Junior's yoke.
There's a follow-up picture. More circles and round and explanations and
Wow, he really feels strongly about
wow.
this.
You see? Orange. Okay.
Wow, he's really willing to fight for that one, isn't he?
Again, thank you. Merci. Thank you for coming.
Oh, I love
Merci,
it. I
Eddie.
love it. All right. Well, but you know what? It's not yellow or orange.
Our last cafecito.
There you go. Exactly. Yes. At most, it's brought to us by Café La Llave, so it's green.
That was
The
cute.
packaging, not
The packaging.
not the cafe.
I have my cafecito here, the last cafecito.
All right.
This is gonna be like I don't know. It'll be like a little. What's the expression?
Heartstrings, like
Yeah,
a
we'll pull on your-
a little.
I'm horrible with.
It'll pull at your heartstrings.
Yeah. This is my last cafecito goes out to. Do you guys know who James Van Der Beek is?
Of course, Dawson.
Yeah. And I guess they're doing some kind of reunion in New York City a couple of days ago, and the entire cast was there, and he couldn't be there. And some of you might know that he's dealing with stage 3.
Yeah.
Colorectal.
I know it's cancer. I don't know which
It's
kind.
colorectal cancer. He was diagnosed, or he actually came out with it last November. It's colorectal cancer, stage 3. So everyone was there, and he recorded a message. And I think we all saw him a few months ago, but then when he recorded this message, he looked
I haven't seen the message.
he looked completely different.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I just thought it was great that even though he knows, always being in front of this, in front of the camera, that he looks different, that he was, strong enough that he wanted to do that and send a message out to his fans and to his former co-workers that were there. And I don't know, I just felt horrible. And when I read that, I felt so fortunate and grateful for my blessings, even though today was not a great day. But I just saw that. I'm like, wow, mira este hombre.
Yeah.
That someone told me, this therapist told me, in life there are situations and there are crises, and there's a me lo dijo en español, me dijo, hay situaciones y hay crisis. The majority of the things that most of us deal with are situaciones. It's a situation.
Right.
Okay? You lose a job, you break your leg, you know, I don't know, your car broke down, you know, you broke up with a girlfriend, boyfriend. Es una situación. When we're talking about illnesses, something like this, de eso es una situación. And when I saw him coming out,
Una crisis.
eso es una crisis. Sorry, thank you for correcting me. Eso es una crisis. And when I saw him coming out and doing that, I'm saying, wow, like he still has respect for his fans, for the audience, for the people who gave him so much, I don't know, recognition and love throughout these years. And not everybody would. I don't think everybody would have done that. Would have allowed to be filmed looking like that, because it was quite shocking.
Yeah, I think it's funny because I listen to this podcast that right now they do rewatches, and so right now they did 90210, then Melrose Place, now they're doing Dawson's Creek, and they were mentioning actually that one of the things he's going through right now specifically is that because of his treatments he can't work, and because he can't work, his SAG insurance is not kicking in, because you have to.
I didn't know that.
You have to have a certain amount of hours of work every year in order for you to be able to draw on it. So he's and I could be getting this part wrong, but he's basically like he's doing, you know, cameos, and he's doing like selling autograph scripts and, you know, selling memorabilia that he has, you know, in his storage unit or what have you. And this is actually a very similar situation to what happened with Shannon Doherty, where, you know, she was going through this cancer battle, and you can't work when you're going through that thing. And, you know, if nothing else, I feel like, oh, wow. Yeah, no, he looks very, very gaunt. You know, and a lot of times people think like, oh, you know, celebrities, they're multimillionaires. It doesn't matter. They can afford things. And, you know, it's just, I think it's humbling for all of us that we're all people. We're all human beings. And, you know, shit, if they have to go through that, imagine what the average person who may not have insurance, you know, is going through. Like it really can affect us all and hit us all.
And
to your point, it's a crisis. Yeah. And again, that is a crisis, because that's not like, that's not que tu diga, bueno, I really wanted to order a pizza this week and I can't, so I'm having ramen. Well, that sucks, but you figure it out.
Or more difficult things like you know, you can't pay the rent, or you know, you're out of a job, or your car broke down, or you know.
But that's not life or death.
It's not life or death.
That's not life or death.
Crisis.
Exactly.
And when I saw that, I was like, you know, he knows that he looks different, and he still went out there.
But good for him.
Yeah,
good for him, because you know what? He's giving a face to that particular type of cancer that probably doesn't have the level of attention and recognition that, you know, like a breast cancer does. You know, for
Absolutely.
just pulling it off of
but you're right.
noggin.
You're right.
You know,
it's not as well known.
Yeah. So, you know, go good, you know, good glass cafecito there for James Van Der Beek. You know, I'm sure he looks like somebody who enjoys a good coffee. Actually, it's funny that you give it to Van Der Beek, because my last cafecito is Van Der Beek adjacent, actually. So a couple seasons ago, he was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
And that's actually what I'm giving my last cafecito to this week, is Dancing with the Stars. On this show, we've talked about Dancing with the Stars many, many, many times. We love the show as just as a concept as a whole. Also, pero primos, we need more followers, because I really want to be on that show. So just let's make that happen.
I would love the outfits.
But like, yeah, I mean, can you imagine me in sequins?
Yes, I can.
Come on, guys.
I absolutely 100%
It writes
can.
itself.
Yep. And we're back.
And we're pulling it back. But no, so I'm giving my last cafecito to just Dancing with the Stars in general. I found myself watching the premiere last week, and at a certain point during the opening number, I just got so overwhelmed with like happiness that I started crying.
Why?
Because that is a show that is so just, given everything that's just going on in the world all around us, it is just such a purely good vibe, happy show.
It's a break.
At the end of the day, it is literally just about these people, these celebrities going on there and either challenging themselves, putting themselves in a situation that they wouldn't normally do, with the goal of just having fun, but improving. You know, maybe they're going through some type of illness and they're like, I want to show myself I can do it. Maybe they're like, you know, I was always the chubby kid and now I want to prove that I can dance. I was always, you know, the kid with whatever their personal reason is. And it's literally just about watching these people, grow week to week. And in some instances, especially once you get toward the end where they start doing like the freestyle dances, which is not just, it's more about like, it's more about like telling a story and whatever. They do get to grow. And again, at the base of it, there's never like a villain of the season.
No.
It's not
There's
that
not-
type of
no,
show,
it's not,
right?
it's not.
And
That's
you see
refreshing.
these people when they're all out there getting their scores together, they all look genuinely happy for each other and they all cheer each other on. And I just think, if the world could be Dancing with the Stars, right, it would just be such a better place. First of all, because we'd all be dancing. So that's not a bad thing. But just everybody, just when they seem like they're there to just get the most of the experience in the most positive way possible.
It's good, clean energy. I feel like that about what's the show called? America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
It's got kind of that same energy.
And they both have Alfonso Ribeiro as the host.
you're right. You're right.
So there's that.
Although, I mean, I thought what you said was very pretty. Was very nice. Although there's someone there that I can't stand though.
But you know what? But okay.
You know who I'm talking
one
about?
of the judges?
No.
Oh, wait. One of the performers?
Yeah.
Are we talking Hilaria Baldwin? Thank you, because I can't stand her either.
Sorry. I mean,
I can't.
I just
I
can't.
honestly, I'm waiting for when they have her do a dance and she'd be like, how'd you say? I forget the foxtrot.
I can't stand her.
I'm used to saying it in Spanish.
Yeah.
El paso zorro.
And she's
It's
100%
like,
American,
shut up.
but she says
Yeah, it's like, calm down, Hillary. All right.
I'm glad I got that out of the way.
Yeah, no, thank you for that too.
But I liked everything you said. It's
But
true.
even still, but even her, bring it back. Even her watching her, I was ready to be like, está bofe, and she wasn't. So even I was prepared to walk in there being like, she's going to be the thing that makes me go like, ugh, every time she's on screen. She didn't. And I think that's also just maybe the power of the show, which is like, no.
It makes you.
We're here
Yeah.
to have a good time. And we're here to just cheer each other on and dance. And I mean, and I don't, it's no secret, to you, like, I love dance. There's a in the multiverse somewhere out there, there's a world where I am, a dancer who toured with pop stars, and there's another world where I was, I'm the ultimate triple threat, singer, dancer, actor. And that's why I do say, like, listen, at this point they're getting influencers, guys. So, make it happen, because Darian and I can go on.
Just put it out in the universe.
It's a perfect.
May take a little bit, but put it out.
Listen,
there.
I'll do it.
No, put it out there.
Yeah, put it out there. Listen, and I was joking. I was like, Darian would probably go further than I will, because I want it so bad.
Yeah, sometimes the ones that don't want it that much are the ones that, I
because
know
I
what you mean.
want that Len mirror ball so bad, and he'd probably be like, it'll be fine.
You look too hungry. For it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't like her.
And,
I still don't like
and
her.
that's fair. Listen, I don't care for her either. And you know what?
But I'm gonna give it a shot.
Maybe this season will turn me around. Maybe.
I'm gonna watch an episode and see.
Okay.
Maybe I feel like that towards her. Maybe. But right now I'm hating her on her a little, just because me cae antipática.
Oh, she's. I mean, no. She's
Pesadita
super-
energy to the
Oh my
max.
god, she's the epitome of pesadita
I'm sorry,
energy.
I'm being a little bit of a hater, but that's just the way that I feel.
But
right
she's
now.
only
And I
one.
need to be
She's only
honest.
one out of like 13 contestants.
That's
so,
the only one I remember.
So everybody, it's so we got Corey Feldman. Esta muchacha, I can't remember her name right now, from one of the girls from Fifth Harmony. She's a Olympic gymnast, which they tend to do very well. Hilaria, Steve Irwin's son, who he was fantastic.
Oh yes, he's super cute.
He
Yeah,
was
very charismatic.
Super fantastic.
Oh, está el hermano de
Zac Efron, Dylan
wow.
Efron, which he looks like a stretched out Zac Efron. It's weird.
I think he looks better than.
Because he's taller, so it just looks like somebody got Zac Efron y lo estiró. So it's like, it throws me off.
Looks good.
Andy Richter, Danielle Fishel, Topanga from Boy Meets World.
Oh my god, I don't know the majority of these people. I just don't know who they are.
No, and I'm naming old celebrities. Like, I'm not even naming the influencers.
I have no idea who the majority of those people. Well, no, I know like 3 or 4.
Yeah. And then there's other people I can't think of right now, but yeah, I was like, you know what? This is a good crop. This is a good crop for me. So,
You can tell my button. I've been unbuttoned the whole time, right?
well, now they know.
But I mean, you can't tell, right?
No, you cannot tell. No. But so yeah, so Las Cafecitos is James Vanderbeek and Dancing with the Stars.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not sure.
All right, Pero Primos. Well, that brings us to the close of episode 362. We are only 3 episodes away from having 1 episode for every day of the year, as someone pointed out to me recently.
Wow.
And as always, we hope you listened, laughed, and learned. Although I don't know if you learned much this episode. Well, no, there was some learning.
No,
there.
I think there was
some learning. Yeah, about the legal system and rebel royals and whether the traffic light is yellow or orange.
Yeah, and I think there were some learning lessons. Here.
Some learning lessons, yes. But
I have a question. I always keep interrupting you.
No,
I'm sorry because I'm not sure. Maybe it would be nice to like at the end whenever we say bye, also to have like 2 seconds so he could just say bye too. Junior.
Oh, I mean that's fine.
Like
I'm not opposed to it.
Like a high. Like
I'm not opposed to it. I just got to wrap up the show.
Yeah, I know. That's why. That's why I said 2 seconds. Like bye. Like when you're saying bye, you're like bye. Like a quick pop.
I'm pro junior presence.
But I'm talking about like a quick pop. Not like
no, like we do at the end. Like we do at the end where we're just like bye people, bye. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah,
peace out.
Yeah, he can absolutely. Yeah.
Let's pretend we're saying goodbye again.
All right. So do I start again?
No.
Okay.
Oh, it's up to you. You decide.
All right.
Feel it.
All right. So as always, we hope you listen, laugh, and learn. And don't forget your pastelito, your croqueta, and your cafecito. And again, that's episode 362. So you know what? We will see you next week, Pero Primos. And bye.
Yeah.